NichBoy, welcome to Pocket, and today I'm playing Dark Souls 3 by From Software, but I'm not alone. Today I brought a buddy.
That's me.
It's PB Winterbottom.
I go by Pierreth.
You go by
particularly in fantasy settings.
Right, yes, yeah, I'm so sorry to spoil the image. So you are a giant Dark Souls fan.
I'm a big fan.
I have struggled to get into the Dark Souls game, so you are here to coach me.
Yes, it's going to be a hands-off approach that I'm taking.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to, because it is a very difficult game to get into. There's so many mechanics playing into each other. I just want to observe what you're doing, see where it's going wrong for you,
Yep.
and explain what's going wrong to help you learn quicker. Because the problem is it is a slow learning process, and that's what turns people off.
Yes,
So
that
just
has
trying to expedite that process.
that is what has turned me off. So I feel like if ever I'm going to get into a Souls game, it's you and me together.
All right, let's do it.
Put me in coach, I'm ready.
Get in there, buddy. Give him hell.
As a coach, you probably shouldn't touch me.
But you're older than me.
So I don't know what to do.
Well, the first thing you can do is just press any button.
Okay, where's the any button?
This is... Come on, Homer. Apparently you can't press any button.
Not any button.
Press the A button.
Yeah, just always press A.
It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder.
You're so happy.
I watched this once before I finished the game.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm getting more context.
Yep.
to apply to it. So
Yeah,
that's
right.
good.
The pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones.
Wouldn't it be Donatello with the staff?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
What did Michelangelo use?
He used the nunchucks. Raphael had the scythe. Leo had the swords.
Scythe? Isn't
No,
the
not
scythe a
scythe.
big...
Sorry, no.
He had the-
Size, I think they call
Yeah,
it.
scythe.
Aldrich, saint of the deep.
So where is this? The underworld? Is this Earth? Like people who've died? Or
Look,
we're
I'm
not sure.
I'm actually not. It's in the game.
Yep.
I don't understand most of the lore of
Right,
Souls.
okay.
Because it takes a lot of effort to, and that's one of the things people really love about the game is that there is a lot of depth to the lore. and
Yeah.
you have to search for it. You have
Yeah.
to look at descriptions of items and stuff to get little glimpses of information.
Right, okay.
I don't care enough,
Yep.
and I get shamed for that by other Souls players. But
The badge?
no, he doesn't care.
Right, okay.
He's like me. He's like more about mechanics and
Yeah.
and seeing beautiful locations than anything else. But
Am I gonna fight that guy? Maybe. Spoilers. I probably won't fight him because I'll probably give up. That's pretty epic.
yeah.
That's pretty epic.
The lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically what that intro cutscene set up for you was that, like in the other Souls games, there's undead and then there's even more undead.
Right.
So as an undead in this game, you're ashen.
Mm-hmm. Is that undead or more undead?
That is more undead.
Right.
And if you ember yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you become less undead than previously. You become embered.
Okay.
So that's humanity. That's being human in this game, is to be embered.
Okay.
It's a very cool effect as well. You get all like flames through your armor and
I
stuff.
do like flames. All right.
So you'll focus on using the right and left bumpers. Left bumper is bring your shield up. You can hold it up at any time.
Yep.
And you can move with it held up.
Yep.
And the right bumper is your kind of light attacks.
Interesting.
Right trigger is a heavier attack, but it takes longer to perform.
Right.
So
and left trigger is also a heavier attack? Yes.
Left trigger is actually a parry. And you do actually... okay. let's see how this interaction goes. Good job. Now, to make that much easier, there is a lock-on system.
Right.
Because angles are really important in this game.
As in the angle that I attack someone?
The angle that you attack someone, the angle that you're getting attacked from.
Yep.
And how effective your shield is in like a cone around you, as well as where enemy attacks are coming from. So you press the right thumbstick in to lock onto an enemy. And you want to do that most of the time.
Okay, cool. Nikki did good, though?
Nikki did very good.
Yeah.
You killed the thing.
Excellent. Do you want me to read these messages? I feel like the messages are here to help me understand the bit, but you're here?
They are.
So do I care?
Not really.
It's exactly what you just told me.
How about that? Yeah, so, I mean, that's kind of the only hand-holding this game does, and has done previously, is these little messages they leave around.
Another one of these bastards.
So lock onto it. Yeah. Super easy.
Cool.
Now, when you were swinging then, you'll notice your stamina dropped.
Yep.
Stamina is more important than health in this game.
Because it's kind of like ammo?
If you run out of stamina, you run out of mobility, and as soon as you lose your mobility, you're dead.
Done. Yeah.
So you don't want to overswing, you don't want to overextend. You want to get out as many attacks as you can afford, and then get back into a defensive position. Particularly when you're sword and boarding.
That guy had a crossbow.
Yeah. So lock onto him. That's a process you get used to, and you work out the distance of locking onto stuff.
It's interesting. Sorry, for everyone, I'm taking this very seriously, by the way. I feel like I have always missed out on a gaming experience by not getting into the Dark Souls series. So I am taking this incredibly seriously, which is why I'm trying to focus on everything you're saying. When I attack someone,
Yep.
One hit seems to kill them, but
Yep.
it's taking forever for their thing to... Like, it shows that I've hit them for half health and then it goes down.
So it's demonstrating to you visually. You can go and pillage that corpse, by the way.
Oh, right.
Anything shiny on the ground, grab it.
Yep.
It's often useful. And I would encourage anyone in a first playthrough of a Dark Souls game to check every corner.
Grab all the things.
Grab all the things, because you never know what's going to be important.
Are all the grabbables shiny? This is
Yes.
quite nice.
There's stuff in chests, but you open the chest and it's shiny in the chest.
Now,
Yeah.
I feel like
Wisdom.
I played Dark Souls 2 a little bit. I started naked, pretty much. I was in like a prison, and I barely had anything.
Yeah.
I had like rags. I feel like
I
I'm off
think-
to a better start.
Are you sure this is not Dark Souls 1?
Or maybe it was Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, you're in a
Maybe it
prison in
was.
Dark Souls 1. In
Yeah.
Dark Souls 2, you just find yourself on the other side of some abyss.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you always picked a class, though.
Right. I just feel like I'm way stronger this time.
Yeah, I mean, we've picked the class that's kind of best suited to someone who's going through, even, not necessarily a newcomer to Dark Souls, but most people would approach any new Souls game with a sword and board kind of character, because it's the best way to observe attack patterns and stuff of your enemies, is to be kind of pretty heavily defended.
Yeah, cool.
And he is outputting a lot of damage. The reason the health bar goes yellow is to demonstrate how much damage you've done in one strike.
Right.
Because you're killing them in one strike,
Yep.
it's showing the whole bar.
Okay.
But when you attack something a bit stronger, you'll notice that it doesn't quite
Expect
do
him
that.
to do that. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, lock on. Lock on. Gotta remember lock on.
Yeah, and see how you ran out of stamina then?
Right, okay.
get-
Health does not regenerate?
Health does not regenerate, but you have these Estus flasks, which you can consume. Good job. And that
Like
will...
a pro!
So lock onto him.
Gotta remember
Just
that
let's-
lock on. Sorry.
That's going to be scary for you. Before we go in there, let's do a little bit of training. I think there's a guy to your left. No. Behind you even more, up on that ramp, there's a guy up there. Let's get his attention, lock
Yep.
onto him. Don't attack him. Just watch his movement patterns.
Yep.
Keep your shield up to block his attacks.
Yep.
And we'll learn a few little things from that.
I feel like you're preparing me for something terrible that's about to happen. Oh god.
Yeah, so we can move back, but we stay focused on him.
Yep.
So
Okay, yeah,
the
so
camera
locking
will,
on.
will
Yeah,
stick around that, and you can run laps around him.
He's gonna charge. Do you want me to attack him? Or just
So
watch
see,
him for a
just
bit?
hold your shield up.
Yep.
See how when you're blocking his attacks, you're the same effect. It's
Yep.
going yellow. That's how much damage you would take.
Right.
It doesn't
okay.
exactly equate, but that's kind of the damage he's outputting.
So I'm actually losing stamina by actually blocking.
Yes.
It's taking effort to block.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
blocking does not. So yeah. So
You're
if I lose
always
stamina,
penalized if you get hit. By
I get
something.
hit in it.
And the only way to avoid getting hit a lot of the time is to roll. And
Okay.
so if you hit B, you
Cool.
do a roll in the direction that you're holding.
And you look quite fabulous.
You do look fabulous. Now your stamina regenerates.
Yep.
Your health doesn't. Let him hit you a few times.
Like actually hit me?
No, hit the shield.
Yep.
See how slowly it's regenerating?
Yep.
Now, when you get an opportunity to,
Yeah.
lower your shield. See how much faster it comes back?
Yep.
So there's a juggling act between making sure you're defended and dropping it between every attack so you get more stamina back.
That's interesting because it is actually going, if I'm looking at the context in which this is happening, it's taking effort to hold up a heavy shield.
Yeah.
So that's why it's regenerating slower. Then when I lower the shield, I'm not exerting as much as a character. So therefore, I'm getting my stamina back.
Correct.
Cool.
And this guy's only outputting physical damage with his sword.
Yeah.
When you got hit by that fire arrow, you actually took a small amount of damage because
Right,
your
okay.
shield doesn't have 100% block on fire.
Yeah.
So you end up that will all come into play as well when elements come into play later.
I feel like we're really
let's kill this
humiliating this guy. Because if anyone was watching him, we are playing with our food right now.
And he's a bit stronger. There we go. Good. All right. Let's go into this next room. Did you light the bonfire at the top?
I did.
Yeah, good job.
I feel like that's where I'm going to respawn in a second. Oh, was that a... No, that wasn't a shiny. Okay. Is this guy going to come to life?
I don't know.
Peter.
Would he?
Peter, a real coach would tell me.
He is going to come to life. Is that what you wanted?
Maybe I'll get rid of him now, though. Remove sword.
He's got something through his heart.
Do I have that sword now?
You have it as an item,
shit.
but you can't actually equip that one. So here we go, first boss fight.
Okay.
I don't even know how to pronounce that. Good first dodge, though. So lock onto it.
Oh yeah, lock on, lock on, lock on!
Okay.
Okay.
Just like relax, right?
Yep.
What we want to do when we fight a boss for the first time is stay alive for as long as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need to output damage.
Feels good.
What you want to do is just watch his movement patterns.
Yep.
So he's got
So he does a
big
double
arcing
swing.
sweeps.
Like he does that small sort of hack one,
Yep.
and then he has
Well
that
evaded.
giant one, which he sort of runs at you at.
You can heal with X.
Whoa!
Yep. So you've got pots, you can heal with X, but you want to wait for the right opportunity to, because if he hits you while you're healing,
Oh crap.
gotcha.
Okay. Now, if I use one of those pots,
Yep.
is this one of those games where I will have one less pot at the bonfire, or I come back
No.
with all my pots?
You'll come back with all your pots
Full
when you rest. Full pot at the bonfire.
Okay.
It's a consumable between rests at bonfires, so it regenerates every time you go to a bonfire.
Ah, but these guys are all back.
These guys will all come back.
Of course.
Little trick you will learn. You don't seem to be killing them this quickly now. You can just run to that gate again.
Right. Okay. Go
As long
through.
as you
they
avoid-
won't follow me.
They won't follow you into the boss arena.
Okay.
Alright, round 2. Go for it.
What is traverse the fog?
Fog gates are how they kind of instance boss fights.
Okay. Right. Now.
So lock onto him. First thing you want to do.
Second attack. Okay. Got to block. This is going awfully. Attack you?
That was kind of unlucky because you had the right idea there in rolling.
Yep.
But because the arena was slanted, his sweep actually hit you. So he's
Okay.
This is not uncommon, by the way.
Okay.
Don't feel bad for
Is this
dying.
okay?
Yeah.
All right.
You just got to get in there, lock onto him. You can stay in observer mode for now as well. You don't need to try and kill him this next round. I mean, obviously, if the opportunity arises and you feel like you want to go for a slash, take it.
Okay.
I think
There
I
are
might
way
call
more
this dead.
dudes there than there were
and
last
if you
time.
hold B, you can run.
Right. Let's do that.
Reverse fog. Maybe do a little roll here because their reach might come through that fog gate.
Okay. Right. So many things. What's that little green glowing thing?
That's where you died.
Uh-huh.
So souls are the currency of this game, and you can pick them up.
Lock on. Lock on. Lock on.
If you die 2 times, the souls that you lost that first time you died disappear forever.
Yeah. Right.
Not important at the moment though.
Okay.
Let's just focus on this guy. Now, timing of your rolls has been okay.
Yep.
If you roll too soon, he will just follow and attack where you finish your roll.
Right. Okay. Perfect roll.
That was a good roll.
Terrible roll.
That was a good roll. That was really well timed. And you're doing a good job keeping your shield down. Yeah, okay.
Now, okay, so now this is the point where I feel like I should attack him.
Yep.
He does that big lunge. I get hit
Remember
in
to
the
keep your,
face.
if you keep your shield up, you'll take a bit of the brunt of that
Okay,
force as well.
Yeah, true.
Just when he's attacking, and again, drop it immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
But you're doing a good job of kiting him around the arena.
Oh, crap. Okay, I may just let him kill me, so that I...
Pot now.
Pot. What's pot?
X. Do not pot now. Oh, you got so lucky there.
Pot now. Do not pot now. Oh, I thought I was dead.
There was a very big difference between now and then now.
Right. I think it was pot now. What's pot? X. Do not pot now. Disaster. Disaster!
You've got enough distance between you if you want to pot again.
Thanks.
And don't be afraid to roll towards the enemy.
Interesting.
On a stab attack, not a good idea. On a sweeping attack, often a good idea. Because you roll underneath his attack. Good job keeping your shield up.
Thank you. Peter Burns. The Adventures of PB Winterbourne.
You're doing a pretty good job. You've got like a fifth of his health down. So you are doing enough damage output to take him down. And good kiting. The thing that will often get players is they get greedy. They see an opportunity to get 2 attacks.
Yep.
They try and take 3.
Yep.
And then they get smashed in the face. So you're actually being very cautious.
Yep.
Which I'm not saying is overly cautious. You're doing a very good job.
Oh shit! I forgot about the second attack.
That's right. You don't have any more pots left, by the way. So
Yes.
Just focus on. Oh, you went for a right trigger.
Oh, no
Interesting.
bueno.
No,
What
no,
the
not
hell? What? That wasn't there in the first place. Pete, why didn't you tell me? You're a terrible coach.
bad. You need to observe these things for yourself, and you've learned enough now to take this guy on. His attack patterns have now changed, though.
Shit.
And I would recommend for this guy, you want to get pretty close to his legs. He's going to do big sweeping attacks, and you can't really afford to stay away from them. So you kind of want to get in, try and get around behind him. You are dead now.
I am dead now.
But you got him to half health.
Look at that.
Which third try, the first 2 were more observational than aggressive. So
Yep.
You're doing well. Honestly, you're doing well.
No, I believe you.
How do you feel?
I feel like I'm just gonna stand here and tell you how I feel.
Yeah.
So I don't go in at a disadvantage. I feel okay. I feel like if this is the whole game, I could get so angry. Except I feel like if I do kill him, I will be very satisfied. And I guess you balance the satisfaction compared to the frustration, and then there you find somewhere
Solace.
happiness.
There you find solace.
Yeah, right.
Because it is 90% frustration, 10% happiness, these games.
All right.
And 5% of that happiness comes from wins, and the other 5% comes from exploration. Because they create these beautiful worlds, there's really interesting stories with the NPCs, if you can take the time to explore them properly.
I do feel like, while it's not necessarily the most gorgeous graphics, the design in all the games has been really nice. The art direction in the games tends to always be something that's sort of interesting.
Yeah, agreed.
Hey, buddy.
Lock on. You got it. Sorry, I won't even say
No,
anything.
no,
You
that's
got
fine. Ah, crap. Yeah, mistake. Mistakes were made.
It's good though. You know it's a mistake. You know why what the mistake was.
Yep. Getting hit.
And you will do it again.
Right, okay, good.
And don't be upset when you do. That's good. You had your shield up. Now you've got no stamina left.
Ah, interesting.
Because you took a hit on your shield and
Yep.
you attacked. That was enough to diminish your stamina.
Oof. Can I fall off the edge?
Yes.
Am I about
You
to
are so close to
fall off
doing
the
that.
edge? Pot! I am so used to other games where just hitting it, you don't even see an animation. It's just something just happens.
It all plays into timing, you know, like it's.
Oh wow! He is kicking me in the soul's dick.
Now you're getting super aggressive here.
Yeah.
That's the frustration coming into play.
Yeah. Right.
If you get frustrated, you fail. And like, oftentimes it's better to just drop the game at that point.
Yeah.
And come back
No, wrong one.
after half an hour.
It's just like making an episode of Pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we get frustrated, we just need to stop making.
Which we get to do 2 weeks of the year.
Which we get to do 2 weeks a year. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling very frustrated.
That's okay. Because you will feel amazing once you overcome that frustration.
If.
You will. You will.
Now, I feel like when I stay at a distance,
Yeah.
and he does that big leaping one,
Yeah.
that seems to be when I have the most
That is the
advantage.
best opportunity.
Because
For sure.
I see that attack coming from a mile off, and he's down for quite a bit.
Yeah. Here it comes.
And I can generally get out of the way.
Yeah. That's good. You did a heavy attack then.
Yep.
You have enough time to do that. You probably had enough time to do maybe two short
swipes?
sweeps, but
What's better?
2 short sweeps will probably yield more damage. Yeah, 104.
Oh, that was risky doing the 3.
Greedy.
Greedy boy!
Got away with it. Good job.
Should I pot?
No, you're okay.
No?
Don't waste time on that yet. He's not hitting you hard enough to warrant it. Okay, he's evolving. You could do it now if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I
I might
would do
save it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. Remember you can...
Holy crap! Pot it up! Pot it up!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that did it.
So, never saw that before. I didn't realize that he could eat me with his anus.
So a lot of Souls fights, they do evolve over the course of the fight.
Yeah.
This one's very apparent, the 2 stages.
Yeah.
He evolves physically.
He literally evolves.
Whereas sometimes on lower health, enemies might give themselves like a strength buff or something like that.
Yeah.
Or perform moves that you haven't seen before because an arm breaks off or something like that.
Right, okay.
I think this is meant to be kind of a tutorial boss for people who haven't played Souls before. I feel like it's a little too early in the game for people to be fighting a boss who haven't played Souls.
Pretty, I mean,
Because-
this is not even Bloodborne levels where there was, in Bloodborne, I'm running around, I start fighting all those guys carrying lanterns and stuff, and then I get to that area where there's like a troll or an ogre or something, and I felt like by that time, even though I still hated that fight, I was a bit more comfortable with the mechanics of the game because I
Yeah.
fought a bunch of other guys. Whereas
Yeah.
here I am.
And it is weird because nearly everyone in the office who's played a Souls game before and is comfortable with the mechanics came into this boss fight and beat it first go.
Yeah, right.
So it's really easy for people who have played Souls.
Yep.
And it's quite complex for people who haven't to be playing a boss fight this early.
Yeah.
But you're doing actually quite
Am
well.
I doing okay?
Yeah.
I'm worried that I'm not going to complete it and then you're going to be disappointed in me.
I reckon you'll get there.
And your approval means a lot. That look to camera was not like I'm lying. That was like, I'm worried for my sanity right now.
Oh, good work. Isn't that fun? Isn't the adrenaline pumping? Like how close you came to dying just now?
I guess so. I guess.
Here he comes. And they're all just like, they move so beautifully. And all their
Oh, I didn't mean to do 3.
It's alright, you got away with it. You got away with it. You're getting better. You're moving really well around the arena.
Yeah?
Yeah, and like, you've been hit once, but look at the damage you're putting out.
Yeah.
You're getting through this phase of the fight much quicker.
Yeah.
And that's what you'll experience across the whole game. You'll get totally annihilated the first time you experience something, and you'll slowly get faster and faster.
Less
at
and
it.
less annihilated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The difficulty of the game is not necessarily the combat. The difficulty is I kind of need to rethink how I play video games when I play this. This is so much about observation,
Yeah.
which games are often not about. Games are often about default pattern recognition from other games that you play. Like when I play a shooter, I generally know that the guys who have more armor, I just need to sink more bullets into.
Yeah.
Whereas here, there's so much where I need to be so focused on what they're doing that my combat is actually quite simple. Like it's not as difficult as I thought Souls combat would be.
Sure.
It's their combat is so complex.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. Like my
Totally.
fight is not.
And there are ways to make your own combat more complex, but you can play it very simply and cleanly.
Yeah.
That is a big attack. Again, I reckon here you're going to want to be a little bit more aggressive in this fight.
Right. Okay.
He's going to do these big kind of arcing, like
I did not
teasers
mean to
for
pop.
attacks,
Yep.
and that's when you want to run and dive roll at his legs and then get in behind him.
Oh my.
You've still got
God.
one more pot. I reckon you can get away with it here. Yep, good job. All right.
Oh crap.
Good job. All right, back out of there, back out of there.
Oh! When Pete touches his face, I'm not feeling confident!
You were rolling way too much then,
Right.
because you never had any stamina
I
left.
got him down more than I ever have.
You did a very good job.
I'm finding this guy harder, I think because it's not just someone swinging a weapon. I'm finding that the attacks
It's
harder
much
to
less
recognize. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and when it gets messy, sometimes the best thing to do is just to get behind the mess. You know,
Yeah.
like, because he's quite clear at the back there. The trick now is that, you can beat this first phase quite simply, is to not get overconfident.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you want to have, to give yourself the best opportunity in that phase, you
Yeah.
want to have as many pots as you can possibly have. You're going to let yourself die.
Yeah, just gonna let it happen. How many times do you do this in a fight where you just go, I'm
Never
just gonna
give
let
it
it
up.
happen?
Never give up.
Peter.
Never give up.
Are you kidding me?
There's always an opportunity for something to happen. You may be 2 strokes away from breaking their stamina enough, because they have those stats, you just can't see them.
Yep.
Breaking their poise and making them kind of fall to the ground, where you get an
Oh,
opportunity
really?
to pot, or you get an opportunity to do, another good chunk of their health that's slashing away at it.
Ha, you idiot. Why did you even bother to attack?
Good job, good job. He's gonna
He's gonna
transform now.
mutate.
You
He
have
is
an opportunity
going-
to wail on him while he's doing that, by the way. Not anymore, because you just dove at him like an idiot.
Right, okay.
So you spent all of your stamina getting there. It wasn't worth it by that point. Yeah, bail out. Heal up,
was
heal
it?
up, heal up, heal up. Good job. Good job. Remember to keep your shield up as well.
Oh, shit,
when
yeah.
you're not aware, when you think you're probably not going to roll out of the way, you can roll with your shield.
Yep.
Do not get eaten by that.
Okay, so that was the one thing you told me not to do.
Not your fault. I mean, kind of your fault, but still learning.
It's now or never!
Oh, it could have been
Even
after the
better!
next attack.
I reckon 2 more attacks, maybe 3?
Yeah, probably 3 or 4 more attacks, like light attacks.
Okay, now, if I can wail on him when...
Yeah, you do less damage when they're in those modes.
Yep.
On purpose, but it's worth it for kind of the 2 or 3 hits you'll get on him.
Yep.
Do you feel confident?
I feel way better about this. Like, I kind of go, oh, I can totally get him to transform, which he may do any second.
Yeah, it's about to come.
Oh shit, I potted, Pete! I potted! And look how low I got him before I even attacked that ugly
Yeah. Hashtag R18. It's good though, you're close, right?
Yeah.
Because you know, like, it's only going to take you another couple of goes and you're going to kill this.
Hashtag right there. A lot of the way I play video games is sort of slapdash, and I just like Stop talking, Nick. Stop trying to think. Listen to your mother. You shouldn't think, you should just do. Sorry, Mum.
At least we get to see this
That's
animation
new.
now.
That's new.
So, that's good.
Oh, I did not expect that reach. He should really tie a little flag to the end of that thing so that I can see it so I don't run into it with my car.
The jokes will get you killed.
Yeah, they really will. I gotta stop trying to think.
No.
Woohoo! Mama! Stop rolling, Nick.
Yep, back
Build it
off.
up. Okay. Okay. Oh, that sucked. That sucked. All of this sucks. I suck.
The world resets. Reset yourself. Center.
Oh, the one hit. Oh, roll.
And by rolling, you're limiting yourself from the amount of attacks.
Yes,
get
yes, yes, yes. Because I am using roll like a panic move.
Yeah. By spamming B, you kind of just depriving yourself of more attack opportunity.
Yeah.
You probably want to heal here because
Yeah.
There's no attack coming. Oh, good job. You're in a good position. Don't get too aggressive.
Yes! You! Oh my god!
Congratulations, buddy.
An ember is restored, whatever that means.
So you're effectively human now. You've got nice shiny light through your armor and stuff.
Does that stay the whole time?
Until you die again.
Yeah, of course.
How do you feel?
Really satisfied.
Yeah?
Because with the first half of that fight, I got it to the point where even if I was getting hit, I was like, I know that I'm gonna get into at least half. And then that growing tentacle weird thing, I started actually seeing his attacks better. And when it got to that point where I was like, roll into them,
Yeah.
then when I realized when I was rolling into them, I was next to him and I was getting in 3 hits. And then I'd roll away. I had 3 pots because I hadn't been attacked. I hadn't been hit by the other guy.
Yep.
So by the time I went in for that last attack, which was probably a little greedy,
You went super aggressive.
I went really
Sometimes
aggressive.
that works out well.
Because I went. His animations, I think that even if I get hit a couple of times, I'm too close for him to eat me.
Yep.
And I could just pot because I only need 1 more hit on him anyway. And so I feel like at that point when I went in for those attacks, that was the first time in the game where I actually felt so confident
Yep.
that I knew no matter what happens here, I'm getting him down.
That overconfidence can be your downfall.
Yes.
And could have been, but it's good that you were aware of all of those things combined.
Yeah.
And that's what led to that decision process.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like, I want to hack at him because
Yeah.
I'm getting desperate.
Yeah.
It was, you analyze the
It
situation.
was a calculated risk. Yeah. So I feel good. I actually feel I had a lot of adrenaline pumping then, and it wasn't until the last 10 seconds there where I actually went, oh god, I could do this right now.
So this is the Firelink
Ooh,
Shrine.
wow. Yeah.
And they've harkened back to Demon's Souls in this, where they've gone, this is our hub world. They did it in Bloodborne as well, I guess, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
This is your kind of safe zone. This is home. It's not a very nice home,
No,
but you'll come back to here a lot, which didn't happen so much in Dark Souls 1.
Yep.
Happened a bit in Dark Souls 2, but this really feels like a Demon's Souls kind of setup.
We're gonna fill
You'll-
these thrones.
That is the goal of the game.
Yep.
You want to kill the Lords of Cinder and fill those thrones.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where you'll level up.
Yep.
This is where the blacksmith is, who can help increase the power of your weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a shopkeeper here as well as a lot of NPCs that you find out in the world will come back here. So this becomes kind of the hub of not only where you branch out and do the game, it's the hub of a lot of story building as well.
Right. Okay.
But there's a bonfire down in the middle of the room which you can go to.
Ah!
Don't you kill her.
Are you sure?
I'm certain.
Are you certain?
Talk to her, because you can level up. You've got 3,000 souls, which you earn for killing that boss. Right, so lots of information on the screen. Very off-putting, because it's not really, like, nicely presented either.
It's hideous.
There's a lot of information. But because you're a knight, you started at level 9.
Awesome.
So it's going to cost you another 811 souls to level up.
Yep.
And souls are the main currency in the game that you use to level up. Like, you're effectively buying levels the way that you spend the same currency to buy gear, upgrades, and to buy gear.
So the same stuff, I use souls to up buy gear and to level up.
Yeah.
So I need to make that choice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And obviously it becomes more and more expensive to level up as you go.
Yeah.
How you played just then, like, you've actually got a lot of kind of base health for a starting character. You could maybe put 1 more point into that, into Vigor,
Yep.
which you'll see affects your health points
Right,
and your
okay.
fire resistance.
Right, yeah, okay, that's
So
kind of cool.
It does indicate what is going to fix
And
for
that
you.
takes me to level 10?
Yep, I would put points into strength for you.
I mean, how... Attunement? I don't know what attunement is.
Well-
is there anywhere where I can see what attunement
Yeah.
is?
You can go through menus to find out exactly what everything means.
Right.
There's a lot of reading in this game if you want to, like, actually get into it all.
But the explanation for attunement is attribute governing FP also determines the number of attunement souls.
Slots.
What's FP?
So FP, I have absolutely no idea what it stands for.
Yep.
but it is your mana, effectively.
Right, okay.
And attunement slots, you'll see here.
Yep.
It probably isn't 1-for-1. I think you'd probably get another attunement slot at level maybe 15, maybe 12. And attunement slots are what magic wielders use. They can attune spells. You can have a bunch of spells, but only have 2 of them with you at any time.
Yes.
So it's like owning a bunch of weapons and only having 2 on you.
Like we do.
Like we all do.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you said vigor and strength?
I reckon strength, because strength will increase your weapon damage.
Mm-hmm.
And if we look at your weapon, so let's level up these things. So go to level 15 with your strength, because you can be a big hitter and carry some nice heavy weapons.
Cool.
Confirm that. So now if you just jump into your equipment, you'll see you have a longsword, and it scales down the bottom here. Attribute bonuses, D and D scaling based on dexterity and strength.
Yes.
So you get a percentage.
D does not stand for dexterity. D is
a grade.
the grade. Right.
So you're getting a D bonus based on both your strength and dexterity figures, which equate to equal damage as a percentage.
Okay, so my strength and dexterity, I've only hit a D.
Your physical damage with this weapon is 110 as a base.
Yep. I get
The
a
scaling
16.
is giving you plus 16.
Okay.
So you want to find weapons that scale well with the attributes that you're building into,
Yes.
because scaling becomes really important, particularly once you go to New Game Plus,
Okay.
where weapons can only get so good
Yep.
as a base level,
Yep.
but
They're scaling.
if they're scaling with the way you're leveling, then they can scale beyond
Is this
what
like?
they're capable of.
Is this like if I bought power treads and I'm an agility character and I put them on intelligence? Like, it does not increase my damage until I put them onto agility. So I
Yeah.
should be running with agility most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
All right.
Yeah.
I think cool.
I think while that was a lot of information,
Yep.
you've actually learned a lot
Yep.
from this kind of 40 minutes.
So
Do you feel the same?
I do feel the same.
I'll show. I'll take you to the next area. So
Yeah.
I'll just show you what that looks like.
By the way, producer Pete would have called this shoot about half an hour ago. There's no way producer Pete would have let this go on this long.
I don't know how long we've been going,
But-
because I can't keep track of that one.
But Coach Pete is having a lot of fun.
I am.
I feel if I were to say to people that I do lots of reading about Dark Souls, that would be criticized, I feel like, by most people to go, you're spoiling it for you. But for me,
Right.
my first instinct is to go to Reddit to learn about how can I best, like, what weapon should I be using as this kind of character? What do these numbers mean? Is that something that I should be doing, or do you feel like that does actually spoil the game?
I think it ruins a bit of the purity of the game. But I don't think there's a problem with doing that and with discussing the game with people who are playing it at the same time.
Yeah.
Particularly for your first effort, your
Yeah.
first real effort into it. There's no point in putting yourself through all the pain if you're not going to ever get any enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I'm not interested in doing something just for a trophy in terms of like, oh, I beat it, I don't care.
if it's something that keeps you invested in the game, then and you'll only get more and more out of the game the more you put into the game. So
Because I do feel that's always been the number one struggle for me with this series, is that I just feel like there's so much to comprehend and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, that can't even be bothered trying to learn that. But if I did have some sort of crib sheet of just like, hey, here's what these numbers mean, so that at least I know, okay,
Yeah.
I didn't just waste all these souls buying this thing that's completely useless to the kind of character that I'm playing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it is intentionally obscure, and people who are more proficient at Souls don't mind buying something redundant at the end of the day because they know they can just farm those souls back. But it shuts you down so hard where other games wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, to put you through that for a first-time player is enough to turn people off.
Yeah.
And do anything you can to get into the game. I recommend doing whatever it takes.
Yeah. Because then if I'm in, then the next version of this game that comes out, I'll be like, I know this, I'm ready to go, and
Totally.
and I might
You
do
may even feel the incentive of playing New Game Plus.
what
and
you're
going
about to
through it
do,
again. Yep.
which is New Game Plus. So
Yep. So here you are. You're in Lothric,
okay,
and this is the next area you're going to explore.
all right.
And I hope you have a great time.
Is it embargoed for you to tell me how long until I reach another boss?
No, the next boss is actually at the base of this city.
Cool.
So
I get some fighting experience with other guys on the way?
yeah, there's a lot more learning. There's a lot more creature variety between here and the next boss.
Awesome.
Which will teach you more stuff.
Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I can tell you that I will make it to the next boss and at least attempt to beat it.
I'm proud of you. And I think if you spend as much time with that boss as you did with this first boss that you've beaten today, you'll get past him and you'll feel that same feeling of pride.
Because that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think you've earned this. I didn't get you real oranges because they're too messy,
Yep.
but I got you an orange flavored lolly.
I got half-time orange flavored lollies.
They're sugar free.
Oh, yay. That's it for today's episode of Pocket My Funketeers. NichBoy out. Oh.
Not good?
And I got one of your hairs.
Oh no. That's a
back in.
leg hair. Yeah, back in the box.
I'm gonna be honest, it does not look like a leg hair.